Good morning, good afternoon.
Good some point in the day.
We're bang on 12 o'clock, which means that it is time in the day. You can tell I'm frazzled. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Dragonborn Industries, more specifically, painting up the monster manual here with myself and Warrior Prince 3D, where we are on episode 71, the Bandit Deceiver. But before we jump into all of that, hey, Richard, how are you?
I'm not too bad. I'd like to say I'm recovering well, but I'm merely just recovering. I'm still in a cast and out of action on the painting side of things, so I'm just going to yap at folks for the day.
Sounds good to me, because I have nothing but migraine brain fry and a mini with so many details in front of me. I mean, like, I'm going to show this off to people because it's fucking insane. Like, so this is quite literally what I'm going to be working on. I know that exposure is high because of the light above me, but there is so much to this particular mini. It's insane, and we'll talk about where that's from in a minute. But otherwise, Richard, who are you? Who's Warrior Prince 3D, and where can people find you?
I am Richard. I am Warrior Prince 3D. I am your one-stop shop for all your 3D printing needs, from tabletop, terrain, collectibles, big minis, awesome big mech robots, statues, collectibles, cosplay, anything you can think fit on a printer. We handle any form of resin printing. Also, if you've got yourself files, send them over. We can quote for them. We are on Etsy. Store's closed at the moment until I'm back up and running, but we're also on Instagram over here with Dragonborn Industries, Facebook, and wherever abouts I like to just hang out and print and, just be seen.
Just be seen. Hey, Counselling DM, I see you there. I made it. I had to set an alarm. Good day. Good day. You catch us on a brain-frazzled migraine / arm doesn't work episode of Painting Up the Monster Manual, but I'm going to paint up, and Richard's going to chat about this particular monster in the 2024 stat block today, because, again, this is one of the ones that's new to the D&D 2024 monster manual, and although I think this is one of the ways in which we would have beefed up a bandit in the old school 5e edition, I think this is like, yeah, we'll see. Otherwise, there's actually a few things that Richard sent through image-wise, because this particular mini is from Artisan Guild, isn't it?
That's it. It's an Artisan Guild one. Which,
again, I'm terrified of the amount of detail on there, especially for 1 hour. This is going to be absolutely insane, but it's going to be a tricky one. But Richard also sent through some other things, because Richard's having a sympathy sale at the moment, and simply because he can't 3D print and he can't do much work. So for anybody watching this, please go check out social medias and stuff, and check out some of the crazy other things that Richard has pre-printed and available as stock. Like, let's bring up this amazingly painted orc. I mean, I'll start going through them, and you start telling people how to find.
So basically, I've got a load of painted stuff and some of the printed stuff. These have been part of the first wave of bits and pieces I've managed to get out. So that is a Artisan Guild bust. It's 300% bust, so it's quite a tall one. Nice little piece I was quite chuffed with. As well as we've got Minsk and Boo, a beautiful statue from Hell Creator, I believe. It's 1/6 scale, all in pieces. We've got the Broken Jinx from Volcomancers, all hand painted by me, and still it's in 2 pieces, so it's easily transportable.
That's amazing. That's so good. That pink is popping.
We've got a 1/6 scale Venom, which is in multiple pieces: head, arms, body, base. Is available. Check out the reel on Instagram for that. The Ghoul 1/9 scale that I painted. It's in a few pieces. Again, can easily be transported and sent out.
It's so big and it's painted so goddamn well.
We've got a beautiful orc bust from Artisan Guild. Again, 300%, and that's quite a big beastie of a one. It's one of my favourite orcs, that one as well.
Yeah, it's awesome. Jeff.
Good old Jeff. Multiple sizes of Jeff are still available. I've got a few left of each.
There's the Ghoul again.
Random Ghoul again.
It's so good. I mean, like, those eyes are insane.
I was chuffed for that. We've got Grogu the Child from Wicked. Again, multiple pieces. It is in, so it makes it easier to paint.
But I mean, that's all the pictures that you sent me, but there are other things available.
There are other things. I've also got mini mystery boxes at the moment. I forgot to send you the bit for them. So that's basically 10 random minis for £20. They usually retail about £5 to £10 a piece.
Everyone should check it out. It is absolutely incredible what Richard's still got available, even while he's not printing at the moment. However, we do need to jump into talking about this mini and getting it painted up. Counseling DM says there's a lot of detail in that mini. There really goddamn is. And I think I know how I'm going to commit this now. And I definitely want to go with darker skin tones. I really think that she is going to suit, having some really dark kind of maybe caramel kind of colors. I'm not too sure yet, but I really want to go in heavy with the dark. Then I think I'm going to go with red leathers and possibly purple and blues on the tunics. And I don't know whether to flash a yellow cape or to keep that red or something as well. But I think that's how I'm going to come in. I'm going to come in with the airbrush for a lot of that as well. But otherwise, have you got the page 28, the Bandit Deceiver, up in front of you, Richard?
I have indeed. I was going to. I managed to pick up the physical monster manual, so I got the alternate cover one. But I can't read it properly because I can't hold it open with my arm. That's it. I haven't got my hands for the book hands anymore either. So the Bandit Deceiver is quite an interesting one because this is quite a big jump from what we were looking at last week.
I think so too. It's quite a bit. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to start a timer and I'm going to start painting. I'm going to hand over to Richard to do the majority of the talking. So if you want to count me in, Richard.
So on 3, 2, 1, crack it out.
Right, let's go.
So the Bandit Deceiver is actually it's a CR7, which I swear last week the bandits we were doing last week were CR3, weren't they?
I believe so. So we had the Bandit, and then which is a CR18, and then the Bandit Captain, which is a CR2, and then the Bandit Deceiver. So this is I think this is an assassin, a scout, a thief. It's
a big old jump, and what I wouldn't mind sort of utilizing this for is actually being, quite a heavy hitter to screw with the party, because I'll read you the brief description. So, bandit deceivers use magic to disguise their activities or create flashy distractions.
Yeah.
So what I do quite like in this one, there's a lot more to this. So you've got bandits use the threat of violence to take what they want. Such criminals include gang members, desperados, and lawless mercenaries. Yet not all bandits are motivated by greed. Some are driven to lives of crime by unjust laws, desperation, or threats of merciless leaders. So you've got to roll on or choose a result from the bandit motivations table to determine the circumstances behind a bandit's crimes.
That's cool.
This is quite interesting. So you've got literally a D6 of motivations. Fights only oppressors, is an ex-soldier who is discarded by their nation and now takes what they were promised. Is in a gang that views non-members as foes. Hesitantly serves a villainous leader. Secretly works for a government or regional ruler to sow chaos. Quite like that one. Takes what they need to survive. So it provides a very interesting sort of dynamic. So we will look first, obviously, at the Holy Trinity, as Ian calls it. So that is AC, HP, and damage potential. So the AC on these is a medium across the board. It's AC 16, so at lower levels can be quite a bit of a tricky to hit. HP, on the other hand, is 130 as average, or 20 D8 plus 40. So that, to me, is quite a beefcake.
Yeah.
I've got to say. And damage potential. So the damage is they've got a multi-attack ability. So the bandit makes 3 dagger attacks. Now the dagger attacks in and of themselves are actually 2d4 plus 3s. Then you've got plus 3d6 poison damage.
Yeah, there it is.
Which is mad. So this is quite a brutal off the bat sort of thing. So the melee, it's a melee or range attacks, obviously thrown dives, 5 foot or 20 to 60 feet. The hit is 2d4 plus 3 piercing damage, plus 10 or 3d6 poison damage.
That's quite a bit.
As I say, it's not bad. I mean, it's a fair old 8, 12, 26 max sort of damage just on the dice alone, 29 with the pluses in one hit.
I think that lends itself with the Holy Trinity to be the AC is low. Like for a CR7 16, I think that's very achievable for everybody in a level 7 party. I think this kind of stat block, it's one of those things where like they've got 135 hit points. That's a couple of crits away from being down quickly, or a couple of like tanky hits. Depends how much magic items the GM's been graceful with to begin with. That could, mean that they're putting out, 30, 40 damage a turn, or if they're just putting out, 2d6 per turn as a party. So I think that it's designed to take a few hits and deal some crazy damage. And I like counting says 3d6 sounds lovely when you roll them. Yeah, I agree. It's a good amount of dice. And I think that having that chip damage and the multi-attack on there, which we'll get to in a bit, that's, they're putting out a fair amount. It's pretty good. And I really like the motivations, because it leads it not just to being a bad guy or a monster, that's an NPC and a story hook, which could mean that this person's flippable to be a party ally, or somebody sent to go after the party because they pissed off the big bad, and they're like, well, fuck it, hire an assassin.
Fucking take them out.
Yeah.
It's a lot more depth to it, and to be honest, I mean, I'd be quite interested to see what 2 or 3 of these could do to a seasoned party of 7ths.
Yeah, I concur. I absolutely concur.
Their next part of their not part of their multi-attack. One of their abilities is Blinding Flash, which like breath weapons and stuff like that recharges on a 4 to 6. It's a con saving throw, DC 14, which is not too bad. But each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere sends it on a point the bandit can see within 120 feet. On failure, takes 3d6 plus 3 radiant damage, and the target is a blinding condition until the start of the bandit's next turn. On success, half damage only.
Okay. So, I mean, we're talking like flash grenades and like...
Yeah, so it's essentially got quite a nasty little flashbang. That again is part of their, it's part of their turn. They can make 3 attacks and this, as long as they got it on charge.
Yeah,
quite an interesting one. So that's quite a nasty one to throw into a party. Sort of, get the right opportunity to get them all grouped together and throw that in, and then go to town.
Yeah, I quite like that.
Yeah. So that in of itself, especially if you put post one of these defending the way into a base, bandits know the party's coming after them, and they've set traps and bits and pieces. You get one of these behind walls and able to get hits off on the party without the party being able to retaliate. Might be quite a nasty little thing.
Yeah, I think that you could set that up in many different ways. I think that things like, having arrow slits in a wall where the party think it's a trap, then every now and again they drop a flashbang.
Yeah, that's it. A flashbang.
Yeah, that's quite cool. I like that idea.
They are spell casting abilities. So the bandit casts one of the following spells using its intelligence as a spell casting ability. Spell save is DC 14. I mean, DC 14 for a 7th level is not too bad, I suppose, but it's
low. Yeah, gives it the.
It's something I might be inclined to have one particularly higher if I had a couple of these.
I suppose it's for those really, really low rolls at this sort of level. And like Counting DM says, at least one smite from a paladin to take it down. Yeah, that's about right. Level 7 paladin hitting that thing up is going to absolutely devastate it. But then,
as long as it can hit, it's all right.
Wizard love a paladin.
So at will, it can cast Disguise Self, Mage Hand, and Minor Illusion.
Okay, so a trickster almost.
Yeah, pretty. It's basically looking to be built that way, because once a day it can cast Hold Person level 4, Mage Armor, which is included in the AC, and Major Image.
Okay, that's pretty good, because then I like Major Image for what this could be fun for, actually, and that's an idea I just had, is if you had a party that were going on a dungeon crawl to find some magical item, a lost relic, an artifact, or something that's sought after by many, and they're hired to go get it. But another group's also hired somebody. This person can very much be like, all right, I'll follow along, and then I'm like throwing like flashbangs to make you think it's part of the trap, but also letting you take care of everything. And then right at the end, when the party's diminished, they're like swoop in, try and steal the fucking. That to me is what this screams of, which I quite like.
And it should be good fun as well. How are you getting on with your colours?
So I've thrown 2 browns on for now, which is the oak brown and the. It's one of the Duncan Rhodes paints, actually. It is Kronos Flesh, which I mixed in with a bit of the oak brown just to give it a slight tinge, just to give it a bit of colour from one area, coming up from where that cloak's coming down. And I've done that just on those, what's supposed to be just the leathers in the face and the arms and the hands, because they're the exposed bits of what I want to have as a base of brown. And then I'm going to come in and paint the purples onto the clothes.
Very nice. How are you finding the Eclipse? How are you finding the Oata Eclipse airbrush?
I really like this thing, not simply because obviously it was sent to us and I'm product placement. Compared to what I was using before with the really cheap ones that I get from Amazon, which I still just throw whatever through and treat them badly, I'm actively trying to keep this one nice and clean. It's very smooth and it definitely does what I want it to. And it's very forgiving when I'm trying to spray really finite areas. The overspray is not too bad. I think I could fine tune it a little bit, but that's me, not the actual equipment.
Yeah. Reading through the gear description on this as well is quite interesting because you've got 6 daggers, so obviously utilising them as throwing weapons. But it also says wand, which I'm going to presume is the spell casting or the arcane focus.
I think so. Yeah.
But the thing I quite like about that is I might be inclined to actually give it a magical wand to have that little bit more of a screwing with folk and bits and pieces as well.
Yeah, that could be fun.
But to say, I love this build. Actually, I'm quite impressed with this one, and I'm gonna find a way to get a couple of these in whatever campaign I can.
Have you made the transfer to 2024 now?
Yes, basically anything we're playing or going back to is being transferred over to 2024, just for ease of access of rules, and the majority of it is a lot better. So
yeah, I agree.
We certainly found it that way. Let's have a quick look at chat.
Velvet Plum's just turned up. Hello.
Hey Velvet, how are we doing?
How are you?
Wait for the 10-second delay.
Yeah. And how is everybody out there? Obviously, we're sat here having a nice conversation, but how are you all doing? What's everybody up to today? Maybe I shouldn't use a liner for that.
We are as good as can be. Got Ian on the old painting challenge again while I just sit here with my cushion and rabbit on.
Yeah. So I'm okay with that, though, because it means I can crack on just trying to paint and start playing with some different colours, really.
That's it. How are you doing, Velvet?
And Ghastly was looking really good, by the way.
Hell yeah, it is. I love it. I've also just seen on Nostalgic, he's redoing some of the old original cards he's done. So I think the starters getting redone. Both for Charmander and Squirtle.
That's cool.
So should be an interesting one. I'm hoping this month's going to be Gyarados, Magikarp, and Lapras.
Have they not done those yet?
No, he's done them, just not released them.
Oh, okay.
It's he's got quite a few in hand, I believe.
I'm doing okay. Having a little bit of a hobby break before I do some stupid housework. Yeah, feel you on that one. I was supposed to do loads of it this week, and I just decided not to in the end. I think I was just like burnt out, and I was done, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to just play some PlayStation. And I actually started playing some Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and it's very rare that I get to turn on a PlayStation or take time for myself, and I've really enjoyed it because I've been wanting to play that game. I've had it wrapped up, not even taken out the packet since December.
Really? Bloody hell.
Yeah. So that's how often I get to play. So this week I forced myself to...
My games.
Pretty much, yeah. Counselling says I'm putting off housework also. The dishes can wait. Yeah, pretty much. And I think over the weekend I was like, I'd done enough housework that it could build up again and not be too grotty. And I was like, fuck it. So
yeah, just fucking leave it. That's it. Go. Do a little bit here and there, and that's it.
Yeah. So I probably do need to do some later on. But after sleeping with that migraine last night, waking up today was fucking hard, and I'm like, right, let's get this show done. I've got Blood Punk later, and we'll go from there. How's are you still on Baldur's Gate counselling? I actually haven't caught up with anybody's stuff in so long, and I feel really bad. But I have been such a busy boy, and like UK Games Expo really took it out of the casting crew.
So that's it. You've been on catch up ever since.
Yeah, pretty much. Also trying to work out some new art styles for resin, so I've been throwing myself into actually doing some artwork for once.
Be intrigued to see what projects come out of that.
Well, it's nothing new. I actually got the idea from counselling with you at UKGX. Because if so, I completely missed you, which is a shame. Yeah, I've had to take a break from it. Just keeps going. Yeah, life, isn't it? Yeah, so Tolerant Dice did this thing where they had these patterns, but they were like on the inside walls of the dice. And it took me a little while to work out what they'd done. It's like create blanks and then using Posca pen to create lines on them and then painting over it again. So you can only see the pattern from inside. And I was like, I want to try that. So I've been playing around with it. I was looking for you. Oh no! What's interesting is if you go onto most of the UK Games Expo photographs, you can see either my wife, me, or Steph somewhere. It's like we've just turned into basically playing Where's Wally, but where's the Dragonborn Industries crew? It's been quite fun because we're usually
where's the crew? Find them now.
And yeah, we're on most of the pictures, which is hilarious. Just somewhere in the background. Yeah, I missed so many people. Like, I genuinely, like, Friday, I bumped into some old friends I hadn't seen since I was at school. And I was like, okay, I'm going to spend the next 3 hours in the Edge or, like, one of those cafes and just chatting to them. Saturday was pretty hectic. And then Sunday, I think we were just so burnt out. It was just like, right, okay, let's just get what we need and let's just go home.
It's nice and then get in the car and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, and then... obviously, having some stuff on Midnight Tower stand was really awesome, and yeah, it was a lovely, lovely weekend. Did you pick up anything good? Obviously, Velvet, you went as well, didn't you? Because I saw you with your Trident Works cases. So that's the purple on the cloak.
Love that purple.
That's just the Mage Cast Magenta.
Hey, Dibs, how we doing? Sunday was the best for you, was it?
That's because he spent it with you.
That's because he got to come see me.
We played. We went back to the Airbnb, and then on the Saturday night, James, Steph, Jack, Fluffy, and I played a game called Cozy Duty Real, and it's supposed to be like a positive affirmation game designed around like friendship and support and stuff like that. It is the most trauma dragging up game that anybody can play. And like, it was lovely because we were in the right group to play it. But it was like, name a time you've been most appreciative of your friends. And he's like, you remember that time when I broke? Like, fucking hell, it was pretty fucking full on.
Pretty savage and very heavy on emotions.
Oh, wasn't it just? It was absolutely insane. But I advise people to try it out if they are able to, then they should. I went for the Saturday. I spent far too much. Yeah. Canon event. Yeah, everybody's. I actually didn't spend all that much, and I'm really proud of myself. I could have gone further, but like I sort of had a budget, and I was like, okay, well, I don't have that much money at the moment, so I'm going to try and stick within the budget. And I did, and it was really great. And I watched all the ladies of Dragonborn Industries fucking basically just fucking making it rain. I was like, oh, they're having a great time. And, yeah, it was fucking hilarious. Right, I need to grab the blues. I'm going to try out some Duncan Rhodes. He's Thistle Blue.
So, do you think you will get this done within the 1 hour time limit?
I don't know. I'm chatting now, aren't I? I'll stop chatting. I'll let you crack on.
Well, the problem is, it's the case of I've got through everything that's on the sheet now.
Oh, really?
It's the bane when neither of us, when we're both focusing on one thing.
Okay, well, how would you implement this particular stat block then?
This particular stat block, I would be quite intrigued as to put this. I would have it as an operative of a band of bandits, to be honest. So it would have a few lackeys in play to basically be fodder, and I'd utilise this to either move around an environment to take the party, not take them out from afar, but cause them enough grief that the lackeys can get in and do some hefty damage. So they can sneak up on the wizard or whatever caster the party might have, or even take control or hold person on the big hench fighters and get them sort of in a bit of nasty trouble that way.
I think hold person is that, and sleep is amazing on the melee classes. Like, it's one of my favorite go-tos, especially sleep, where you're just like, I'm really sorry, I know you're not having fun, but I'm taking you out of the fight because I cannot have you near me. And it's using tactics that the party would use against the party. It's I really like it for dynamic fights.
I would also chuck this with possibly like a magic missile wand, or possibly something even as nasty as not control person, but a crowd control wand to cause a little bit more chaos as well.
I think something like talking about like having this as maybe a bad guy that follows a party through a dungeon, having something like a spell scroll or a wand that allows them to do one cast of charm person, that could be fun, because then the party might like get the item and be like, we've got it, and then they're like, charm person's like, you can hand that to me now.
Yeah,
and I think that would be very fun.
That would be a nice little twist.
Yeah, or like even if they were an ally of the party, and then at the end we're like, and now you can hand that to me.
Yeah. It would be the nasty thing I put in that they'd have been an ally for multiple sessions, so you build up that little bit of trust.
Yeah.
Almost in some players that not quite paying attention to things.
Yeah,
so
absolutely that. I actually also think that this kind of stat block lends itself to things like pirates as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'd be interested to see them in that kind of situation. What I love about the details on this mini is it's very easy to pick out the pinstripes on the trousers.
Yes. That's quite, I like that. That's cool.
So I'm going to try and go in with this abyssal blue, and then I'm going to use possibly a lighter blue for the other bits of the stripe.
How are we doing on time?
We got 38 minutes. We're good. So now you got a riff for a bit.
That's it, riff. Yeah, so Dibs, we are on the Bandit Deceiver from the Monster Manual. This one's one of the higher combat rating ones, because this is a combat rating 7, whereas the last one we did was 2.
Yeah, this one's a biggie. And not quite the Crime Lord, which is next.
No, that's next. What I will also do is I'll take this moment of brief pausing to send everyone over to the Dragonborn Industry to check out the podcasts over there. We've got Bloodpunk going on tonight. There is the what is the official title now of the Starfinder podcast?
So it's
is it the Crew of the Orion's Hope, or is it the Orion's Hope Starfinder podcast?
No, so Orion's Hope is just a nickname, kind of like Bell's Hell's Mighty Nine. It's just a nickname of that particular campaign. So it literally is just Dragonborn Industries. Dragonborn Industries is the name of that particular show as well. It's self-titled, and it's just campaign 1 of Starfinder actual play. So yeah, the actual main flagship show is self-titled.
So that's it. Check that out. I am currently on episode. I have to look at my podcast because I'm going through it. Episode 57, Strictly Business. Which has been quite a fun, interesting episode so far.
Yeah, I know where you are.
That's it. No spoilers.
No, none whatsoever.
That's it. You can also check out dragonbornindustries.com for some of the merch store as well, I believe.
Yeah, well, look at you.
Yeah, you know, getting there.
And we've got merch for our shows.
Yeah, merch for the shows. Check out the shows for the contents of the cups that are often used on there, which is quite an intriguing thing and quite a fascinating thing to see what you all put in those bloody cups. I've got to say.
Yeah, that became like a bit of a strange bit. Was
there's what custard, coffee, soup, all sorts of weird things.
I've had pizza, nuggets. Alex has put hot dogs in his because he joined the bit at one point. Yeah, I realised those mugs hold heat for a long time.
Yeah.
They also hold a cold temperature as well. I've thrown a lot into those mugs, and we'll do again tonight after I've washed it. Because what I hadn't realised I'd done was left it in the studio for 2 weeks and not washed it.
Oh no!
So yeah, it got grim
as anything.
Yeah.
But yes, check us both out on our Instagrams. Instagram is Dragonborn Industries and Warrior Prince 3D. As I said previously, the shop is currently closed at the moment, but I am holding a sympathy sale with some of the items that are currently printed at a reduced cost, and also doing a blind box for minis. So 10 minis for £20 as a blind box bundle. Any other new announcements from Dragonborn Industries?
So let's have a think. Yeah, so currently we are running a 1K subscriber giveaway over on YouTube. It's very easy to find. If you just go to our YouTube page /Dragonborn Industries, you will see that giveaway right at the top of the page. It should autoplay for you there. Follow the giveaway and just it's basically a like, subscribe, and comment. There are more prizes being added to the prize pool this week. So Midnight Tower are sending us out a book. One of their books from their range, which is absolutely incredible of them. I believe Battle Systems, who said they're going to supply some stuff as well, so some terrain and possibly some minis. There is also the Happy Piranha, our local shop, have said that they will throw in some stuff. There's obviously the one-off dice that I made, the Diggy Diggy Hole Dwarven Minor dice. There's also a tower, a Dwarven sci-fi meets fantasy dice tower coming from Richard when he gets his arm back in working order again. And there are a few others who I'm just waiting to find out whether or not they are saying yes to throwing into the prize pool. I think there are also some laser cut D&D themed key rings based around classes from Dan Bates, who's a custom woodworker down here. So yeah, we're going to be doing a load of videos when we get those in to basically show you what's going to be in there and adding them to it. But it's open to everybody worldwide. Please go check out the video, like, comment, subscribe. That's basically it. And if you share on social medias as well, it just helps us spread the word a bit further. Otherwise, I think that's everything announceable at the moment in terms of Dragonborn Industries. Do go check out the dice that I make over on the website, because
awesome.
More soon as well to go on there. And if you are looking for dice, maybe you go across there and you find some of the ones old Ian's been making. But
that's it. All handcrafted to a excellent precision.
Oh, thank you very much. I will take the kind words.
And can vouch for the quality of them, having multiple sets myself, as well as some of the unique ones as well. Because I've got some awesome unique ones.
And I think that's what I really like about the Diggy Diggy Hole one, is that it's going to be so bespoke and unique, because I will not be making another one of those for the giveaway. So if you want it, you've got to
win it.
It'll be the only fucking one I will be making. So yeah, absolutely. Have I missed anything in chat? Hey, Dak, how you doing? We finished Crit Roll Campaign 2 now, so do I go onto Campaign 3 or watch Dragonborn Campaign 1, even though it's not finished yet? I mean, there's 71 episodes to get through, Dibs.
I would say Dragonborn Campaign 1. cleanse the palate with something much better.
Ah, well, thank you very much. I mean, I'll take you saying that we're better than Crit Roll. We're not, but I will absolutely take that. A true collector's edition dice. It really is. That's up to you, Dibs. I mean, realistically, obviously, Starfinder's a different system, similar in nature, but different, obviously, altogether. But just take it in narratively, I guess. As for Crit Roll Campaign 3, I found going into Campaign 3 that I was like, I'm kind of done for a while. And it wasn't until they were about 60 episodes in that I went back to start watching it. It was good. It wasn't Campaign 2 for me. Campaign 2 was absolutely incredible, but I don't think you can match something so well done. But it wasn't saying that it was bad. I just, really liked Campaign 2. Hey, Spice, how you doing? Good to see you. Hoping a parcel turning up with you this week. Or with Joe Trepp, anyway. I think we're going to go with... Ooh. I don't know which blue team.
What colour choices are we going for now, then?
So we've done one for the first pinstripes, which is that dark blue. Now I need to pick out, and I think it's with maybe a lighter blue for the other ones. Or do I go out there and do something crazy? But I think maybe keeping it blue, because I'm going to be doing red on the leather and I've got purple on the cloak. And then what do you think?
A nice dark red would be good.
Dark.
Yeah, not a bright one. One of the muddy reds sort of thing, if you know what I mean.
Like corn red?
Yes. Yeah, that'd do.
Or like, I suppose, Wyvern Fury, or maybe Basilisk red.
I think Wyvern Fury, Basilisk, or Corn. Wyvern's just that little bit too bright.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay, cool. Let's try Basilisk red and go from there. I need a really fine one now to control what I'm doing. Let's use this one. All right. But I don't want it to detract from maybe having like another.
Are you with the purple? What are you going to intend to do with the purple on the cloak?
Not a clue yet. Thoughts?
You say thoughts?
Yeah.
To be honest, no. I'm just fucking spaced. But no, I was wondering if you're going to keep it because it's quite a nice, bright, vibrant purple. Are you going to darken it down or keep it, lighter like that?
I don't know. Kind of just throwing on base layers and then seeing where we get to.
I say I'll be at that point where I might be inclined to bloody throw a contrast over it.
Oh yeah.
Or even get a nice, possible like a grey with a dash of purple and airbrush the tips of the cloak.
Oh, that could be cool. I might do that.
Because that way it gives it a nice bit of a fade as well.
Yeah, I actually really like that idea.
Beardy, can you say indeed in your best Teal'c voice, please? Indeed. Can't quite do that man justice.
Joe and I never sleep anymore. I love purple. Thank you very much. I believe I got to episode 27 of yours and held off because I watched them throughout the day of painting. Yeah, fair enough.
Any more now, though?
I prefer comedian D&D DMs and players over Critical Role. Yeah, like Rude Tales of Magic Campaign 1. Nice, I don't know them. Androids and Aliens was incredible. Glass Cannon are absolutely insane. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. I think I like the seriousness of certain things in campaigns, but I think you also need to be able to dial it back a bit. So,
need to have a gig.
Yeah, there's a level in crit roll that is definitely all about the RP, which I'm all for. I really do enjoy that. I mean, there is multiple occasions in my own campaign that I fucking cried now.
Yeah, quite a few recently, actually.
Oh, mate, I don't know what.
At least, sorry, where I'm at, I think we've had a few kick in the chest.
Yeah, and I think because I get so heavily invested in the story, and also having there's certain bits like I have solo games behind the scenes that I play out with the dice to see how they go and how they affect certain things. And I don't know why, Spice, that keeps saying your spamming caps is going to get stopped. I need to sort out Nightbot. It's getting weird again. But yeah, so there's been like a few instances where like I played out and it's got really emotional, and then I go to fucking say something and I start fucking blubbing.
It's understandable, especially with the emotions and the power behind it that's involved, because it's not like it's a flat story. It's belief and passion in the story, and it will spark such things.
Yeah, no, it does happen. The passion is definitely there, but I do like so for me, Glass Cannon are my favourite shows, and like going through Ascension at the moment, which is their live show, which is incredible. But they also have like these moments like where it's absolutely ridiculous and silly, and then they have these moments that are like really fucking dark and tense. So they're people who know exactly what they're doing, and yeah, very, very good entertainment. As for ours, we're sitting around, we're having a good time.
That's it.
So you take in.
I also quite on and off stream about our game from Captain Spice. It's an emotional roller coaster. It's
give me all the drama. I love it. Yeah, no, it's yeah, we definitely do that. It's yeah, my guys are really awesome at throwing themselves at RP and just generally fucking emotions. It's absolutely incredible to have players around the table that will throw themselves at stuff like that. So let's make sure I haven't. Oh yeah, big old pinstripe there that I've missed.
As long as the colour can match and suit, it's all right.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it was really fun for us, like doing it on a sci-fi style thing as well, and being able to like throw out something that we really all put our like souls into. Feels like we're doing something different.
Hells yeah.
Okay, so I think that's all of the pinstripes.
Let's have a look, see then.
Right, let me. So we've got, obviously on the front you can't see all that many, but on the back.
Yeah.
And then I can go in and pick out all the leathers and stuff separately. Although now I'm thinking I should do the leathers in brown along with everything else, but I don't know. Will red take away from the pinstripes, or do you think red will be?
I think it should. We'll try it. Just do one little bit and see how it goes.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm going to go on red. I'm going to dry brush it over the brown.
Yeah. What time have you got?
23 minutes.
It's super great when the other players invested in each other's stories. I've cried at my own story. Yes, but Karas' evolution with her character Echo has been brilliant, and I cry all the time at her role playing and storytelling.
Echo's awesome. So yeah, this android who is they voice it so well. It's like, I don't understand. Affirmatives. They are so perfect with that kind of like annotations of an android, and like their like learning of emotions and their whole journey with the Echo units has been. And I'm still like in and out. Like I went back to the start to watch when Echo's not there, but then also like have fallen back out of the habit of watching while also catching snippets of the recent ones. And I really need to do my best to get back on watching your guys' earlier stuff, guys. I need a really small dry brush. There we go.
Have you got one?
Kind of.
The start was rough. Don't start there.
We have the same sort of thing. I noticed you don't have a player. anymore. Was that? Well, I'm not going to ask outright.
Yeah, it's always a tricky situation, that one. Carson bounced because he moved to New York. No hard feelings.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was a bad split or if that was a
amicable.
Yeah.
Kara was found on Reddit.
Oh, nice. Was that?
It's weird. It's weird the people you can find for the hobby and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like I found Steph on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my players that comes around on the weekdays. Her name's Tasha. When I worked in retail still, I was at Sainsbury's in the petrol site. She happened to come in getting petrol and wore a D&D top. Made a comment, started chatting, showed her the Warrior Prince Instagram, said about D&D and stuff, and she messaged a couple of times and got in contact with me when she had moved. And she was like, "I don't suppose you know any D&D groups going around?" And I said, we do a home game here, this and that. And she's like, "Oh, this is my address, and it's 5 doors up from me."
Oh, really?
Yeah, she literally lives 5 doors up from me. So yeah, it comes around on the weekday, and we started doing little groups of D&D with her. She's quite a good friend to us, so it's lovely.
That's really sweet. Yeah, I knew that from my original home game, not everybody wanted to take part in a live stream. So I had Jack and Tamsin already, but that was sort of it. And then we found Steph through social media, and we.
So was it you put a shout out, or is it you happened to find each other sort of thing?
No, didn't put a shout out. I just sort of had kept my eye out for potential people I thought were gonna fit with the vibe.
Yeah. And
so I sort of found Steph and had interacted with her very minimalistically, and then was like, "Look, eventually, I'd like to meet you because I want to chat about something if possible. I really like your vibe. I really like what you talk about with RP and what you throw out there on social media, and your presence is very nice. And I think that this could work." And we had a little meeting where I basically went, "Look, here's all my shit.
What's yours?
I'm crazy. This is my fucking issues." And it was this thing was like, "Look, I really would like you for this Starfinder show that I want to do, but I understand I'm quite a hard person. I'm very intense, and when I do something, I fucking go for it, and it's an all or nothing thing." And she was very much like, "I'm in," and she was very, very similar minded when it comes to tabletop and stuff, and was like, "Yep, I want in." Then James, I actually met at pharmacy. He was my pharmacist at the time, and was like, "I really like Dragonborn Industries. Keep it going." And I was like, "Holy shit! Okay, cool. That's really awesome." We got chatting a few times, and I was like, "Well, I'll tell you what," because he was like, "If you're ever looking for a player, hit me up. I'd be happy to." And I was like, "Well, in for a penny, in for a pound. We do need another player." And I was like, "You know what? I've got nothing to lose. Yeah, let's come and have some fun." And so that's where we met James. Alex was from a home game. He decided he didn't want to take part, and then a couple of months in, by episode 12, he was like, "Can I take that back? I've been watching the show and I really want to take part." So I was like, "You are always welcome at the table, buddy." Yeah, that's sort of the how the crew got together, really. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick out all of the leather in this corn red, and then I'm going to hit it with maybe an Agrax Earthshade.
Ooh, yeah.
Just to darken it off, because it does subtract from a lot of things. But I like the idea of them having this red leather. I also need to sort out the fucking crow.
Have you got Bloodshade?
What you mean, Flash Towers?
No. It's a red wash. Berserker Bloodshade.
No, I do not.
Well, regardless, now you haven't got it, so yeah, Agrax would be great, but yeah, that would have been a nice one to dull it and dirty it down, sort of thing.
Yeah, fair enough. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some white and throw that into the eyes now.
Richard, why is my real name on your board? Is that the start of your list right here, man?
I can't even see that.
It's just there. It's to remind me, obviously, that I've got bits to print for you. Not that you'd let me forget, but, I need to make sure that it's still fresh in my memory because I feel bad. I have actually had to go through printing withdrawal because it's been over 2 weeks since I printed anything.
Oh my god!
Actually,
You don't know what's going on.
It's horrendously quiet.
They're going to be so noisy when you turn them back on.
Oh, well, luckily I don't have the M7 anymore, which was the noisiest of the bunch. But it's going to be an interesting one. Yeah, that project scares me a bit. Can't wait to see what you're going to do with it, dude.
Are you allowed to say what they've ordered, or?
Dibs, do you want to tell folk what have you ordered, or can I say? Is it secret? 10-second delay. It's a awesome dwarven airship.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, massive thing from Rescale.
Full size.
Say again?
Has he gone full size?
Yeah, Richard size.
Nice.
So that should be good fun. But okay, the last ditch of the run around. If everyone heads over to Instagram Dragonborn Industries, check out Ian over there, myself over on Instagram Warrior Prince 3D. Follow all our bits and pieces online. Lots of podcasts and YouTube stuff over on Dragonborn Industries. Myself, I'm just a 3D printer. I have a wee little shop, so check that out once it's open, and running a sympathy sale on the reels at the moment, so check that out.
We've got a Richard, which is his name is Richard. He has a printer, and that's basically it.
Steph did a real good job with that, though.
That gets, I think, sung every 2 weeks on Bloodpunk.
Still can't beat the poker one.
Dika.
Yeah, Dika.
I concur. That was hilarious. I love watching Steph do the bits each week. Like, oh my god, she did me on Monday. That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I saw that, and that was brilliant. Love that.
I was in fucking bits. Like, it properly threw me as well, but like in a good way. Like, I really don't mind that shit. And it was fucking funny.
It got you good.
Oh, it did. It fucking destroyed me. It was so fucking funny. And I'm all about that shit. Okay, so time to grab.
Blue. Grab yourself.
Anything else happening in chat right now?
No, I'm keeping an eye on that.
Yeah, fair enough. Awesome. Right. Gonna grab some glue and throw that on the tiles of the roof.
We're on the last leg now, aren't we? How long we got?
13 minutes.
Yeah. What do you reckon? Do you think you're going to get it done?
It's iffy.
Yeah?
Maybe.
So next, I think we've got the last of the bandits now, haven't we?
The Bandit Crime Lord is next week, yeah.
Bandit Crime Lord. Damn, that's a 11th combat rating.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the picture of that one.
Is there a picture on that one, is it?
Yeah.
What? Where have you got a picture of that?
I'm on the webpage.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't see one of those in the book.
There's not a picture in the book, motherfuckers. That's going to be quite a fun one.
Well, the minis... I don't think the minis anywhere near as crazy as this one, which I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, the crime novel minis. A few less details on that one.
Yeah, just a few.
Yeah. What are you going to go for doing the? Are you going to do the bird as a bird or raven, crow, or?
It's like a raven, so I'm thinking of just contrasting that completely black or with a watch or something. Not really too sure, to be honest. Simply because I'm running out of time and I still need bits to dry before I throw washers on them. But
Hey, now Ian builds a brilliant story regardless of who's playing at the table.
Who said that?
That was Captain.
Ollie. Thank you very much.
How many minis do I have left before I have to show Ree how to use the printers? I've got a few left, but I don't. It's not a case I don't trust anyone with my printers. I wouldn't want to. Wouldn't want to put that on my dear wife. It's a lot to sort out with my bloody printers.
Well, I think it's more as well like the after of it as well.
Yeah, I say it's not so much putting a print on's a piece of piss, but it's everything. It's the fallout of then getting it off, cleaning it, setting up anew, sorting it out, de-stripping it, and yeah, it's just a whole mess of shit involved. Although I am building up now a long list of things I want to print, just to print because new things are coming out and stuff.
You should print stuff for you. It's like I haven't made dice for me properly in ages, and I'm like, oh yeah, I should really fucking do that.
That you should.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you start doing an artwork and selling it or moving it on.
As soon as you start to business it, it's always that thing of
never enough time to do it for yourself anymore.
Yeah.
But it's what it is. I still get it. Like I got a kick out of what I sent to Ross today. Like he sent me a message back, like saying, "Oh my god, is that the duck I sent you?" And I was like, "Yes, it is." So I like it. That's very, very fun for me. Let's grab a little bit of that and a little bit of that. Mix it together. There is so much mini detail on this mini. It's ridiculous.
I'm finding it really sort of. It's not. It's weird watching you paint. It's getting distracted with it.
With Bob Ross in it.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a little bit over here. It's like even like there's like stucco, like plasterboard on this side.
Yeah.
Whereas like the tiles are obviously different to the rest of the roof, and so it's really interesting to like. I'll turn it around and like, oh, yep, and there.
And there that is, yeah.
Yeah. So right, I need a. God, I always lose Agrax. Where are you, you fucker?
Where are you?
Where are you? Oh, that's not a thing to shout after a migraine.
Oh, that's not the best thing.
That's right down the nose as well, so it like really pressurizes the head. Oh fuck, where are you? Where are you? To be stuck in my head now. Oh, I must have got you out already. Just look, no. All multiple time ones.
The mini that Ian is painting is from Artisan Guild. One of the old, one of the first few sets, the Thieves Guild set, which is quite an awesome set, which is actually where the next one's going to be from as well, from the very same set.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, they made a massive difference then between this mini and the next one, because the next one is it's a lot less, I think. I mean, it's still cool, but like,
there's a lot less sort of small details to it.
It's just not as dynamic.
No.
So like
they're both the character models from the release.
Yeah, that's big difference. Right, we've got some mag racks.
Whee.
Means it's leather sludging time. And I'm really going to go for it on this. I really want it to darken that red away.
You're actually doing a wash on something?
Yeah. Well, I need to detract from that red of the pinstripe and then the red leather. I'm just going to try and really bring back the recesses on that. And for anybody who's watching that hasn't been over to critawards.org yet, please do.
Get over there and get voting.
Yeah, Steph is a finalist for Best Player in a Paizo Game. So please vote for her for our campaign. But also, since Ollie's here, go check out Joe Treff and vote for Best GM in a Paizo Game, as they are our Starfinder brethren. And Joe, their GM, is up for the finals as well. So please do go vote.
When's the closing date for that?
Oh, I couldn't tell you. I didn't get nominated, so I didn't fucking pay attention. No, it's so funny, like, because Steph was so on it, but like keeping an eye on it and stuff like that. And yeah, it was like when it came through and like she got it, it was fucking incredible. It was really, really sweet.
Fucking brilliant. So Dibs has put for a future trial, try snakebite leather over a burgundy or maroon type colour. It's awesome.
Nice.
And then we've got the Crit Awards end 30th of June.
Nice. So not too far away then, realistically.
Well, it is a time that I'm very much eagerly looking for, because the fact is that's when I get my cast off on the 1st of July. So it's still just under 3 weeks away.
Nice. The hilt of the blade.
Hopefully, I might be able to do some printing.
I hope so.
I really hope so. Depends how much strength I've got in the arm.
I'm also going to throw this on the hair as well.
Hey, Craig, how we doing?
Craig!
Dragon Skull in the house.
4 minutes. Will I get this to a presentable level by then?
He says, sorry, I'm late. Please start over. We are 4 minutes from the end, I'm afraid, Greg. Ian is on the last ditch to try and get this done.
Right.
So if you get the contrast over the bird, there's not much more.
No, exactly that. So I might even use Leviathan purple over the bird because it's so dark, and then potentially dry brush it. I don't know. You could also just go over to Basilicum Grey, and that would also be fine.
Either that or a black contrast and a grey dry brush.
If my black contrast is in the house, I still haven't bought it.
Shit,
Yeah. So, although I've actually got some brown on this bird, so I don't know whether or not it's going to come through properly. But I've got the...
Soon find out.
Could be a hawk. I can see if I can dry that with the airbrush before we finish and get a dry brush over it.
That's it.
Need to do those pupils in her eyes.
You can do it.
This is what I definitely would have sat around and painted this like in my own time, kind of trying to get really fine details done on it. I really like this mini. It's really, really cool.
It's one of those minis that I've wanted to paint since I very first saw it. So I was quite chuffed to have had the opportunity to do so, and pissed off that I now can't.
Well, that's what you get for, having a bad arm.
Fucking my arm right there.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Right, I'm going to grab the pupils. Which
I haven't got a countdown timer, so how are we doing?
2 minutes 27. I got you there.
2:27. Let's rock and roll.
Where did I put oak brown? There it is.
Dibs, I can paint Richard-sized statues quicker than I can most minis. Yeah, I'm quicker with statues than I am with minis. Bloody, I've still got minis that have taken me years to bloody do. But then all of a sudden I'll get a buzz and I'll knock like 3 minis out in a bloody tie.
Yep. That's exactly how it goes.
All captain's off. Have a lovely one. Adios. Got to go. Get ready for the work day.
See you later, Captain. Much love.
Thank you for joining us. Have a lovely one.
I don't know if you'll see those eyes, but that's the kind of thing I like to do with them, where...
Oh, no. There you go. I got it. Beautiful.
Just minimalistic amounts of pupil.
Yeah.
Right at the top, in the same direction. Right, let's dry this up. So I could even do like a purple dry brush over the bird, maybe.
Surely got about a minute, under a minute left now.
Yeah, 50 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't think we're getting it.
No. You're going to just about get it dry, probably.
Which I think will be tabletop base standard, but not how I would like it to be.
You've got paint at least on all the surfaces.
Yeah, I didn't manage to rim the base, nor did I manage to separate the lines, but I definitely want to carry this one on and finish it off. I'd really like to add some whites to the tips of her hair.
Oh, God, yeah. Dibs says, how are you finding the two thin coats paint?
Yeah, it's really good fun, actually. So I used the two thin coats blue. I've used one layer. Oh, there's my time.
Yes, you gone.
So, so I used two thin coats twice on this. I used the Abyssal Blue, and I've used the... what was the name of the skin? Oh, where's it gone? Nope. Lost it. Where's it gone? Where has it gone?
Where are you?
Oh, no, I've actually lost it already. It was really good because it was almost on par with XV88.
Oh, which I found I've actually got.
You've got some XV, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of my favourite colours. It wasn't Aries Flesh. Kronos Flesh. So it doesn't look it in the bottle, but it's actually not too far away from XV88. It's a little bit lighter, but with a bit of like dark yellow thrown in there, you could really get it back towards that colour. So I really liked that. And it's gone on smooth. I can't see any streak lines, but I've also not done massive bodies and areas with that blue. So should be all good. Obviously the bird, I just didn't get time to fucking do it, and it had all that brown on it, so I really should have given it a thick base layer of something solid.
Not too bad,
So yeah,
at a glance.
no, it's sort of nearly tabletop ready. I definitely need to sort out the cloak, the buckles. You know, I'd like to get the details picked out. The things like the red leather and stuff, I could do with doing some highlights on, just to really make it deeper and maybe even give it a slight gloss, like a satin finish, to give it that kind of texture instead of just where it is at the moment. Otherwise, I don't. So I'm going to say I'm not tabletop ready. I'm going to say that I am just like 10 minutes away from it. So it's not too bad, but I definitely could be somewhere else.
Almost there.
Almost tabletop ready, because there are things like massive buckles here, and I really want to go in with my Templar black and do all those lines that I like to do to separate areas of clothing, which with things like the pinstripe jacket and trousers is going to separate the two of them, so you've really got definition. So I reckon I'm going to take a picture of this as it is. I then reckon I'm going to sit here and finish this, not today, but maybe tomorrow, after I've done some resin works, and I might give this a proper going over. Otherwise, Craig says, are we painting Saturday? I don't see why not. I am free on the calendar, so I should be there.
I I quite possibly will be there. Hopefully, hopefully, fingers crossed, I might even be able to paint something.
Well, even if you're there for a chat, it's nice to hang out, and I think that's the kind of main thing. It's just hanging out. So yeah, everything's been really good. Yes, painting Saturday. His skins are what we spoke about when I met him at the expo, and they are quite orangey. Are they? Okay, look pretty, mate. Love your colour choices. Kind of like Wilma Scarlet. Yeah, exactly that. He says you can finger paint, and yeah, you could like paint on the board next to you. That'd be quite fun. Let's do that. Otherwise, we'll be back next week for the Bandit Crime Lord.
Crime Lord, yeah.
Which, yeah, I mean that's going to be fucking. I don't think that's going to be too bad. I reckon.
No, to be honest, I mean, I was intending that lots of blacks and greys with a few bits of brown and silver thrown in.
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. I might even go down the black routes and then try and bring up the cloaks and stuff in black.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Otherwise, that's it from us for this week. Thank you so much for dropping by. Obviously, we've been Dragonborn Industries. This has been Painting Up the Monster Manual. Go check out Richard's store. Go check out my store. Keep on loving each other out there and just basically be fucking excellent. Carry on just being awesome. Thank you so much, guys. May those dice gods be ever in your favor. We will see you next time. Bye.